Good morning, everyone. Oh, good afternoon if you're in Australia. Good evening if you're in America. It's lovely to see you all. Um, I'm jumping on with no idea of what I'm uh, going to say today. Isn't that interesting? But it is good to be here with you. Great to have you on board. Um, Helping out, spread the love. Um, with cultivating connection, compassion, and calm. We've just had a new bunch of kind of restrictions here in Australia, um, some of which make sense and some don't. And um, and so it's an interesting time. I know a few people here are feeling, and there's a number of people across the world are feeling like their freedoms are being taken. And I get that. And I've just done a great session with a group where one person who works in personal care, she looks after an elderly lady. Um, she was feeling upset that she wasn't getting to stay at home or um, enter into this space that other people were able to. And so we talked a lot about um, rewarding ourselves for being good. So for those of us who are feeling like uh, rights are being taken away, I'm going to ask you to pause that button, press pause on that. Um, because while in one sense that's true, absolutely true, we can't just buzz off down to the beach and meet up with five other people and hang out and swim, and we can still go to the beach by ourselves and exercise and all of that. While we can't do that, um, so it is a loss of rights or freedoms. It's also an act of absolute kindness for the people who are vulnerable, I saw a great meme yesterday, I think it was, that is, stop going around like you're trying to avoid um, the virus and start going around like you're trying to stop transmitting the virus. So I feel the restriction for those where home is small or tiny, where home is uncomfortable, where home isn't a great place to be. And my heart goes out to you all. And I just hope that we can help lift you through this because it's temporary. We're not going to be here in this state forever. And I just feel like if we can use this time to go more deeply within. So, for instance, I had another person in that group who was saying she's finding it harder to connect with the divine right now, and we were talking about how, well, perhaps that's because we're not in our comfort zone right now, and that we were in our comfort zone of connecting with divine or oneness or whatever we want to call it, God, Goddess. We were in our comfort zone with that leading up to this, but now this is a learning zone, you know, and a learning zone by definition is not comfortable, but it is an opportunity to grow. Um, so I feel like this is an opportunity to go even deeper into your connection with the divine if you have one. If you don't yet, then man, is this a good opportunity to get one? um, and so, with that in mind, I want to reiterate that your version of divine, whatever you feel it is, I totally agree with you. If it's an old man with long white hair and a beard, sure, I agree with you. If it's if it's a goddess that arises out of nature, I freaking agree with you. If it's called Shiva or Isis or Ceridwen or Arianrod or Pele, she's a favourite of mine. She's popping up a bit lately, by the way, in my consciousness. Goddess of creating Earth. She's a fiery volcanic goddess. Um, if you call it the quantum field, I'm totally on board. We're all on board with each other. in whatever it is we call that one. If you don't have a name, if you're like, well, I don't know that even exists, okay, I'm with you there. God is also nothing as well as everything. Um, so for you, I'm going to ask you to connect with the power of love in your heart. Um, and yeah, absolutely use this time to grow. Not grow um, not grow the things that no longer serve you, but to firstly consider, take this time to sit down and consider, okay, um, what don't I really need in my life? What have I been, how have I added to the overconsumption problem on the planet? How have I added um, to the polluting of the planet? You know, I for one love clothing. I love it, love it, love it. And I've started to change the way I interact with shopping for clothing since I discovered it's the largest polluter on the planet. I know. Anyway, the fashion industry is the largest polluter on the planet. Anyway, so if we can use this time to really go within and discover what is truly important, because I think what we're going to discover is that um, the people in our lives are important. Us having an earth that can breathe along with us is important. I'm hoping we're going to discover that we need to respect every single species on the planet because everything is interacting together. That would be my greatest outcome possible out of this. But if we all just start from what we can do here, then we're going to transform our lives after this. And I can tell you that a life of more depth, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and energetically, is so much more satisfying. Lisa Stito, don't make me laugh halfway through a sentence. Is so much more satisfying than a life of things. I read an awesome. I was looking at a little class I'm going to join on Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to do it. Um, uh, that was sent to me, as an offering from someone, and in it, it was they said this sentence, and I was like, it grabbed me straight away, and it was like the time of the false mother is ending, and I'm like, wow, what do they mean by that? I better read on. So I did. And what was meant by that was that, in the few thousand years since the goddess has been subverted and put down and suppressed, and we've pretended that she wasn't there. Well, not all of us, but there's the general consensus that it's God the Father only. Then and so what has in the 20th and 21st century taken the place is the false mother, and she is things. So instead of nurturing, we'll buy an outfit. Or self-nurturing. Instead of self-nurturing and being our inner mother and really, paying attention to what's going on inside and really stepping up and supplying the needs rather than a thing to divert attention, like a new iPhone or a new MacBook Air or a new pair of shoes or whatever it is your thing. Crystals are my thing. All of those ways that we've tried to soothe the problems within by using things, that's the false mother. Isn't that wild? I really am going to be playing with this for a little bit. So anyway, I agree. TV is fun and entertaining, but it's not the mother. It's not the nurturing, and it's not the kindness we need. It's entertainment, and and it is distraction sometimes, but it's meant for entertainment or for communication purposes. It's not meant to look after your feelings, um, just like everything else we consume. So I'm going to invite you to have some wild birds around here. I'm going to invite you to go deep within during this time and discover what is important to you. Discover what is it that makes you feel like you're a part of everything. And I'm going to invite you to be really, really brave and be determined to make some changes in your life. Because as we make more changes, then the rest of the world falls in place. I'm going to add to that one more little bit of, oh my God, storiness. And that is, would love to learn more of the false mother. Sandy, I'll flick you a link for this weekend class that's on. Anyway, the 100th monkey syndrome. Most of you have heard about this. Some of you may have not. So there's a thing called the 100th monkey syndrome, and this came out of a study of 2 communities of monkeys on an island somewhere. And one of the communities of monkeys lived in the forest, and one of the communities of monkeys same species, lived at the ocean. And the 2 communities had nothing to do with each other. They were 2 totally separate communities that never got together. So one day, I think it was the community near the beach, I think it was a female monkey, started using a specific tool for a specific purpose to get food. I think it was out of a clamshell or, something from the ocean. So this one monkey kind of started using this tool, which is a pretty profound thing in any population of anything, when something totally new arises. Anyway, so she teaches her kids, little monkeys, and her family, and that begins to spread out through the community that she's in. And so that all seems pretty normal, doesn't it? When it got to the 100th monkey, and I think that's the number, but it may be an exponential, mathematical, sacred number. But when it got to we'll say the 100th monkey, when it got to the 100th monkey that learned this, something miraculous or something profound happened. Not miraculous, profound. And that was that every single monkey started using the tool to help get into the food. But what's more profound is every single monkey in the community in the forest started using the tools as well, same tool, for the same purpose. Now, they'd never been shown. There was no communication with the seaside community, but at some point a critical mass happened, and that skill was spun into that entire monkey population on that island, even though they didn't have anything to do with each other. So, as above, so below. We don't need even 50% of the world to connect with the divine within. We don't need 50% of the world to connect with their heart and blaze love. It's a much smaller number. But as we do it, as more and more of us grow in sharing love, being compassionate, deeply connecting, and not falling into fear, panic, and separation, then at some point the critical mass will be reached, and the rest of humanity will be tipped into that new way. Sound okay? So, for those of you thinking, my little bit doesn't count, I'm just one person, you're actually not one person. You're a person in a large group of people who are right now concentrating on these things. And who are here to help lead the way. All right. I'm going to stick a cough lolly in my mouth. We're going to get started. Take your awareness to your breath. Close your eyes. Mainly so that you can't see how inept I am at opening this cough lolly right now. But also closing your eyes for meditation. Just keep breathing. And this is the message that is arising for you out of me right now, and that is you are important. You are super, super important right now. And every teensy tiny step you take at loving, at being loving, every teensy tiny drop of compassion you can bring up inside of you, every skerrick of connection you can move into and merge into profoundly changes the world. Profoundly changes the world. It adds to the movement toward critical mass. So the world needs you. And it needs you right now to sit in your home and be blazing love, compassion and kindness. Breathing out. Dropping down into your body and relaxing. That's it. We're going to keep doing that in every out breath. Relax into your body. Add to that letting go of anything that's bothering you right now. Letting go of your home or your apartment. And let's all be in nature with the trees in your yard or your neighbourhood or the nearest park. With the flowers, with the grass, with the plants. Those of you who are overseas will have the benefit of hearing the beautiful bird song going outside right now. We're really blessed here with bird song in Australia. So breathing out, connecting with nature and sending love. If you have a belief, if you have a divine, send love there. We're all sending it to the same place anyway. That's it. And we ask that that one permeate all of us, all parts of us, and surround us. May the power of love blaze through every one of us, connecting us through our heart chakras with each other and with all that is. We ask that our souls be blazingly present right now and that the light of the divine shine with that. That our teams of angels and guides and friends and spiritual teachers be with us. That Mother Earth, that she herself be with us and the mothers of the kingdoms of nature, the elements and directions, the sun, the moon and the stars. And may each of us expand into our fullness, become our whole selves, shining such light from within that beauty radiates everywhere through us and around us. May each of us be our whole self in this incarnation, and may that be with ease and grace. So be it. Amen. Yes. Aho. Take your awareness to the top of your head and letting the fire pour through, saturating every part, especially any parts of you that are ill or unwell. Beautiful. Right down through you. And we command together as one that all negative thoughts, vibrations, and energy, all pockets of trapped emotion, now be released from our bodies, minds, and energy fields. In full faith and in oneness with everything, so be it. Say your yes, take a deep breath in, flush out through everywhere. Good. We're just going to let that fire keep flooding us. And what I'd like you to do now is let it find the bits in you that you think are unlovable. Because what I need, or what we all need, not I, but what we all need, is for us to be loving us as best we can so that we can shine more brightly. So let it saturate down through, and let's first of all let it saturate the part that says, well, there's only me, and I'm little and insignificant, and I just come from Spears Point, New South Wales, Australia, the world, or I just come from a little town, or even if you come from a big city, I just come from the suburb of the city. Let all of that be saturated with the fire. And may we all dissolve, disintegrate, and release all variations of the program that we are insignificant, small, tiny, and that we have nothing to contribute, or that our contribution isn't enough. We dissolve that now through divine grace and add your yes. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out through the solar plexus area at the top of the stomach, under where, just where your two bottom ribs come to meet. Good. Oh, God, I'm tuning into that and I'm going, let's get the fire in there. So really concentrate on letting the fire pour into your solar plexus. And just say, and well, I'll say it, we all choose to dissolve and disintegrate all of the messages we've ever had from outside of us, that we're not enough, that we're too weird, too strange, too different, not good enough, not bright enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough, not enough. We choose to dissolve, using the power of our whole group, all of the not enoughness that any of us are carrying. And we do this easily and gracefully, and as the rest of the group cheers us on, so be it. Breathe in, bluff it out. That's a technical term, bluffing it. Really, it wants to really just splat out of the solar plexus. So let it. And I'm just going to send tons of violet fire to help dissolve it away more. That's it. In from above, out through solar plexus. Every bit of I'm not enough, whether it came from somebody else or you. That's it. And what if we all put our intent into, and I'm going to get you to repeat this bit, just say, first of all, I want you to perceive there's a star between your eyebrows. Beautiful. And I want you to say, while that star blazes, I claim my right to be the perfectly imperfect, blazing, amazing, unique self that I am. And I declare this claim through all time, space, and all dimensions now. And just take a deep breath in. Let that star blaze between your eyebrows and go out through everywhere. As you breathe out, again, boomf, another technical term. Blaze that light, starlight. It's like diamond light with multicolour in it. Blaze it out through everywhere, and while you're at it, make sure it goes out of the back of your head as well. That's it. Even if you don't remember this, you incarnated at this time to help contribute to this very event at the highest possible vibration you could, to play your part in helping humanity transform. I think we're all agreed that we cannot continue as we are, or there will be an end date to humanity. Things must change, and we need this time to change it. And you incarnated because your soul knows that it has the requisite light, strength, love, power, steadfastness, blaze and love required for this, and the empowerment. So I just want you to start saying, I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. That's it. And then I want you to say, and what I think, say, and do matters. And everything I think, say, and do matters. And everything I think, say, and do matters. Here comes the light, everybody. It's like a showering down of 1,000,000 stars from the Milky Way. Here it comes. The light in your Ajna chakra, between your eyebrows, the star there, is calling it down, as is the clearing and the declaration you just made. So just imagine you're outside and you are in a star shower. That's it. Let it come right down through you. Amazing star shower. And you get brighter, and you get brighter, and you get brighter. That's it. Beautiful. Just connecting together, all of us together, and we do that by taking a breath in, and we send love to everyone in the group. Doesn't matter if you know them or not, your souls know each other. Another breath in from above, again out from the heart, send love to everyone in the group. That's on your next in-breath, breathe in the response, the love of everyone in the group coming back to you. That's it. That's connected. To do it again, breathe. Take a breath in from above, tons of starlight showering down. Breathe out love to everyone in the group. And breathe the love in from everyone in the group. This is fantastic. Some of you may be feeling the energy and some of you may not. If you're not, I can assure you, in the best possible way, shit is going down right now. It's very good. Again, breathe in from above. Starlight showering down into you, down to the heart, and then with an out-breath, blaze your love at everyone in the group. That's it. And then on the in-breath, breathe in the response. Hold. And as you say, I am connected with all that is, breathe out. Beautiful. And may humanity lift through this period into a higher state of consciousness that is centered around love, compassion, kindness, and caring. May the diversity amongst humanity and across the planet be rejoiced in and celebrated. And may we look at every single person as our brother or sister. And just breathing in. And I feel like the billions of stars falling down into that starry light is a bit of a gift from the genuine mother, not the false mother. The false mother of Here's a TV show to watch. Here's a dress to wear. Here's a pretty sparkly thing to distract you. The genuine mother is here to say, I'm with you in your suffering, and I shall abide with you through it until you're out of it once more. That's the genuine mother. She can arise from the earth as well. But there she is. She's filling every single person right now. Beautiful. So, may we all lift out of this. May we blaze like the sun and shine in oneness. So be it. Beautiful. And that's conjecture. Okay. Just bringing your awareness back. Sorry. So I'm sorry if the internet has been dropping out. For any of you, I had my eyes closed for a lot of that. Sorry. Um, let's hope that the recording is good, and you can come back later and do it again. Keep in mind, I have a YouTube station, Parvati Sundari. It's me in white with gold wings out the back. Check it out. It's got all these on it. Number 12 we're up to today. So please join me again tomorrow. It will be 11 a.m. Australia time, Sydney time. And I look forward to having you with me. I'm really sorry that the technology didn't work very well. We even upgraded our Wi-Fi. Anyway, sorry about that. I love you all. I shall see you all soon. Tomorrow, in fact, if not before. And in the meantime, you're enough. In fact, more than enough. And you did choose to incarnate now because you truly have something to contribute. And what you have to contribute is you. So, namaste, I would say. Which means I see the eternity. Yeah. Anyway, love you all. See you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Sydney time, right here on Facebook. May the real mother be with you.